This is Tempe, a run-of-the-mill, typically noisy inner-city suburb. This is Tempe as well, except it's a little harder to believe it. These photos were taken at the first annual Love Where You Live Tempe competition to be held next month.
Year 1 homework week.
Jenny Carter is the chief judge of the competition and feels it brings out the light in Tempe.
We were really surprised because it was a bit unknown as to how many people would submit entries, and we ended up with over 400 entries. And so there was just this crazy couple of days beforehand where the poor framers were madly trying to mount everything on board, and then we were trying to blue tack them to the walls at the pub. And do you remember, Darcy, like the walls were completely covered, weren't they, at the pub with photos? So it's a fantastic event when everybody gets together and looks at the photos, and they're on display for a couple of months. And it's a really fun day, and it's actually made a lot of discussions and conversations on the Tempe 2020 Facebook group. Is that what it's called? Facebook group, yeah. So there's been lots of discussion, and sort of gives some energy to the community, I think.
Jenny feels that the competition provides a chance for Tempe to keep its place in history, from its older architecture to the newly built IKEA store.
Yeah, and I have a background in working in museums, so I've seen a lot of those historical photographs of various events and stuff around Sydney and about suburbs. So it's crucial to get all perspectives. You don't just want to see photographs of buildings. You want to have that perspective of how people lived, and anecdotal stories about things, and humorous events or tragic events. So it's really good to have that across the board.
Tempe's water tower stands as an example that photography can bring out the very best in the most unseemly of places and also of people. Tom Sayers, Still Life magazine.